Well, you see, I heard you mentioning that Browns don't do that in their own countries, because if they do, they get kicked from the server. But I have to mention, there is something you're missing in here, which is stuff like this. And stuff like that exists. And the fact that in the Middle East or any third world country, I'm not sure if it happens in first world countries, but in here, you basically have the Nemesis system. But it works slightly differently. Because you see, in the Nemesis system, you get gooder by doing good things. You get badder by doing bad things. But that doesn't apply in here. The only thing applies is making sure everyone acknowledges you were correct about something. That you look like you're better than other people. For example, I'm gonna say, the sky is white. And you're gonna say, look up. You can just look up and see that it's blue. If you try to look at what is past the sky, the space, then it's black. But guess what? You're just telling me I said something wrong. You made me look bad. And that is the only thing that matters. And guess what? I'm gonna make sure you quit the game, because you dared to correct me. Even though I know I was absolutely wrong. Now why am I mentioning that in terms of child marriages? Check these statistics once again. And wanna guess how many of those were consensual? Because A, children can't consent. That's just obvious. Then who is arranging these? Who are they with? That is something you're not going to find. For example, why are they getting married? Well, one of the ways that happens is enforcing oneself upon another. And to save face, they just say, hey, they're a married couple. Of course they can do that. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Reality is irrelevant. I'm gonna call them a married couple to save face. Because I can't admit to someone enforcing themselves. It makes me look bad. Another way that I can think of off the top of my mind is when they basically pay the child in terms of blood money. Two grown adults had a fight, one of them died, and the child gets sold off to the victim's family. Or another way is they simply don't have money or political influence, so they give the child away and buy some of it. Those are like 3 examples of how things happen around here. Yes, I am from there. At least the general area. Plus, if you don't want to have grapes, you can simply not count how many you have. When you do that, you can claim there is none. A lot of them happen like that and get simply swept under the rug. Because you can't record something that never happened. Anyway, I won't make it too long. I think you get the point. I'm quite late on correcting you on this. Mostly because I wasn't sure if I want to risk it. Being forced offline is better than being a rooster, if you catch my drift. So I just stopped roostering around and got around to say it.